Subtlety. Being subtle is very, very important. Now, when we're being subtle, we're trying to tread a fine line between 2 points. One of them is writing very clearly, but perhaps too obviously. The other is writing a little bit unclearly and confusing our examiner. Now, we want to tread between the two. We need to assume that our reader or that the examiner is intelligent. Of course, that means we need to do a couple of things as we're going to acknowledge that. We're not too obvious in the information we give or the clues we give. Now, you might know that clues are called foreshadowing. And if we want to foreshadow, we just give little hints as to what's going to happen in the text. Now, if your character is going to fall off a cliff at some stage in your story, you might want to foreshadow that earlier on in the story. When they come near an edge, perhaps they kick a rock that falls off the cliff. And you don't have them fall off the cliff for another 400 or 500 words, but just knocking the rock off the cliff, well, the intelligent reader will think, oh, that's danger near the cliff, and it'll start to build up that suspense that we were talking about before, and they'll be expecting them to fall off the cliff. Snazzy thing to do might be to foreshadow a couple of times that they're going to fall off the cliff and make them false clues and actually not have them fall off the cliff. And then the reader thinks you're unpredictable. And being a little bit unpredictable, as you would know when you see movies or read books, being a little bit unpredictable is a fantastic thing. So back to what I was saying in the beginning, this is about subtlety. It's about just giving little hints as to what's going on, but not being too obvious.